Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. It's Jaime with the Aguillon International Group. Today is another episode of Be in the Know. The ideal outcome I have for you after watching this video is that you're a little more educated on what's going on in the real estate market here in San Antonio, and you're a little more educated on how you can win in today's super competitive market. Now, the first thing I'm going to cover is what's going on with our listing inventory, because the number of listings that are on the market available to purchase influences and has a great impact on your buying ability, what you're going to pay for the house, different things like that. So I want to share this screen with you. This is what happened in the month of July. So if you can see here, market statistics, and I take that back, the month of June, there was 5,399 new listings that hit the public market for sale on the multiple listing service. And in there, you can see there's 7,700 listings available. So we're starting to see these increase. And the last couple of videos I made for you, I told you that I see the market inventory going up, which has an influence on the months of inventory, which means 2.3 months of inventory. That's still a strong seller's market. And the reason I brought this up is because a lot of people think prices are going to come down. Obviously, nobody knows the future. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. But statistically, even if this doubled in the next 60 days, we would still be in a seller's market, because 5 to 6 months is what's called a balanced market. And in a balanced market, you don't typically see crazy price drops. You don't see houses coming down in price a whole lot. You really don't start to see that till we get to over 7 months supply of inventory. And as you can see, we're a long ways away from being anywhere close to 7 months. But what you do see when we go from less than 1 month of inventory to over 2 months of inventory is more price adjustments. And they're not huge price adjustments, but they're still adjustments nevertheless. Here's how you can win with the market that we're in today. I believe right now, based on what I'm seeing, is the best time to sell your house because we're still up in value, and it's the best time to buy a home because there's more inventory available for you to pick from. So what are you going to do with this information? Well, one, take some notes, reach out to me, send me a text, give me a call, shoot me an email, whatever is easiest for you, and I'll help you create a game plan to win. So I'm going to share my screen with you again because I want to show you how interest rates are changing the game for buyers, how they're impacting sellers, and what's going on overall. So I've had a couple of lenders tell me that they can get like a 5.85 interest rate. Let's do some math real quick. If you're purchasing a house in San Antonio, or you're really anywhere in Texas for that matter, or really anywhere across the board, if you're buying a house for $375,000 and you're putting 5% down and your interest rate's 5.85%, that mortgage payment is going to be $22.57.91 in this scenario. Now, what's not in here is your annual taxes, the annual insurance, and any homeowners association fees that you might have. So I want to share something with you. And I've shed light on this in previous videos, but I'm bringing it up again because if you need help increasing your purchasing power, or if you've got a house on the market that's just been sitting there and it hasn't sold, this one strategy can potentially open up your house for buyers to get interested again, or it can give you more purchasing power if you're just not seeing anything as a home buyer in your budget. Talk to your lender, talk to your realtor. If you're not working with anybody, reach out to me. I can help this. I can help you make this a win-win deal. Okay, so look, at that purchase price of $375,000, you're paying $22.57 for your mortgage. If the seller is willing to contribute, call it $10,000 to buy your interest rate down, also known as buying points, paying for points. That means you can get this 5.85% interest rate, call it down to 4.85. So you can get 1% less on your interest rate. What does that do to your payment? Well, you go from $22.57 down to $2,036. That saves you almost $250 on your mortgage. And if for you that your debt to income ratio is already maxed out, so the bank's saying, hey, the most I can give you is 300 because of your car payments, your whatever kind of loans you might have, and because of the interest rate, you might be able to go back to them and say, hey, I want to buy points down. And instead of them approving you for 300, they might be able to get you up to 350, right? But let's check this out. On the reverse end, if you put your seller's hat on, if you have a listing that hasn't sold and you're thinking about making a price adjustment, say for 25 grand to see if you can get a new buyer interested in your property. Well, if you go from let's take this interest rate back to the 5.85 where we started. Your payment's $22.57. If you drop the price down to $350 to make your house more attractive, right, to bring more buyers into it, their monthly payment only changes by 150 bucks. I mean, that's a big difference. Don't get me wrong, but it only changes 150 bucks. And you as a seller potentially lose 25 grand. If you stay at 375, right? But you end up paying, say you offer to pay $10,000 towards the buyer's closing costs so they can pay for points. Well, now you stay at 375, you give $10,000 to the buyer and they save over 200 bucks a month versus the 150. And it only costs you 10 grand instead of 25,000. So you can see how it's a win-win for the seller and for the buyer. Now, if you're a buyer who's looking for new construction and they're offering whatever interest rates, you can do this strategy with them too. Builders are paying for points and offering better deals on financing packages. That's what I'm seeing here in San Antonio. So I thought you'd find this video helpful. And the reason I think this strategy works a lot right now is because there's more inventory on the market. If you're even thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, reach out to me, send me a text, give me a call, shoot me an email, whatever's easiest for you. I trust this video was helpful. And if you got questions about anything I just talked about, let me know and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a blessed day.